So many of you have had someone tell you that there are certain things that you told them under certain circumstances of theirs, and it actually came true. And they said, "Are you psychic?" And you were like, "No, I'm just intuitive." Meanwhile, you are psychic. So you're over here thinking that you're not psychic, but you know there are different levels of psychic abilities, and they're not all the same. However, you do have psychic abilities, and you kind of like feel like you dumb them down sometime and you don't think too much of them. However, that's one of your gifts, but you forgot. You just forgot, like like how you think of yourself. You kind of forgot about that magical aspect of yourself. Meanwhile, you a whole psychic. Okay, yes, like I said, there's different levels, but you still psychic. Okay, some people's psychic abilities are stronger than others. Some people's psychic abilities work in different ways. However, it's still psychic, no matter what level or mental plane you utilize your psychic abilities, right? And these types of things were not taught to us in school, so of course you're going to be like, "No." Don't you love to say that? No. Because then it becomes too much, and then sometimes you might worry about what other people say. But for those who don't worry about what other people say, and you just live life as a psychic and you don't care, that's wonderful. Keep doing that. That's good. Okay, so, hey, good evening, good day, good afternoon. I am Mystic Alchemy. Thank you for being here. Welcome to Milk Honey Rose, okay? So, what I am picking up on is the fact that there's also subtle ways to use your psychic abilities as well, just by being perceptive. And by also using what you know as well as what you don't and what is happening right there at that time, right? So it's like a way to tap into the past, the present, and the future, and use all of your resources to make a sound decision or a sound psychic, almost said, no, that's not what I want to say. It's like a, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word. Hold on. A prophet. It's like a prophecy. Okay, that's the word I'm looking for. You have made prophecies in your life where you had said something was going to happen like a year before it did, and it happened. And you have a tendency to do this often. You do it so much that you don't even really think about it. It's just how you feel. You go off of your feelings and you don't deny them. And so you have many people really appreciating that aspect of you, because these individuals that aren't tapped into themselves in such a way, they appreciate you because it's like you help them to tap into their own gifts. Because, what it really is that many people, they don't believe in it. Like they start to doubt it, and that's what causes the issue to actually utilize it to one's advantage. As soon as you stop doing that, your gifts get stronger. So hone into them. There's more of you that are like hiding in the cut just because you don't even want to deal with it, because some of you might be afraid of it too. But there's nothing to be afraid of. It's you. How you gonna be afraid of yourself? I always say that's like looking in the mirror and be like, ooh, what's that? You're not afraid of yourself. Don't be afraid of yourself. I mean, maybe some of you are, but there's no reason to be. Embrace yourself. The more you embrace yourself, the more confident you are. The more you embrace yourself, the more you don't care what people think. And that is a life of freedom. Ooh, isn't it sweet? Very sweet. Sweet like honey. And it sticks. Everything sticks to you when you're like that. You become magnetizing. And everything sticks to you like honey. So there's a flow. When I think about this, this comes to me. The name Milk Honey Rose comes from me speaking to Spirit one day before I started my YouTube channel. And I didn't know what to call it. I was like, what am I supposed to call it? I don't know. And then I just They just came up with Milk Honey Rose, and I said, you know what? No, actually, I came up with Milk Honey Rose, and I asked them if they think that's good. Okay, because I work with spirit. You know, we work together as a team, and I encourage you all to do the same because that's how it's meant to be. And so, the milk is the flow of information that you receive from the ethers when you tap into that cosmic consciousness, that Christ consciousness, whatever you want to call it, the collective consciousness. That's that flow. And it is a flow because it just comes to you. So that's the flow, that's the milk, right? The honey is once you understand and you're able to break down and decode what spirit has placed upon you, okay? Dropped on your crown, and you said, ooh, wow, and the light bulb went off. You know those moments when light bulbs go off in your mind? You see it on cartoons and it's really a light bulb that pops up, but it kind of feels like that. Like the light turned on inside of you, and you get an understanding right in that moment that you didn't have a moment ago. So you feel like, ooh, you know, it's like someone just gave you a gift, and I feel like you can look at that as a gift because it's something that you never thought of before, and it's special because that's when you're really working with life, you're working with the cosmos, you're working with spirit. So that's the sticky, that's the honey, and then the rose is how you apply what you've learned from the initial processes, the first 2 stages or phases or cycles, whatever you want to call them. However, they're there, and there's 3 of them. And outside of that, you know, outside of the growth, because it's Milk Honey Rose, outside of the growth is you helping others to be introduced to their growth by bringing them through the same process. It's like a life cycle. It is a life cycle, now that I think about it, because each of the 3 phases has its own cycle. Yeah, so it's good like that. It's really good, and it helps you to understand how. I feel like it's an easy way to understand how it works when it comes to how we tap in to spirit. It's like that. It really is. And it's a beautiful thing. So all that good psychicness you got going on over there, just embrace it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And then you can collaborate with other individuals that have different powers, and you come together and you can become the Fantastic Four, but in a different way. Or maybe the Fantastic, I don't know, I want to say 8. Who knows? That's just me talking. It's just the fact that we have the ability to come together with these ideas, these profound ideas, and just put them together and make a whole puzzle. You know, we all have the pieces. I'm going to always tell you guys that, because we all have little pieces of collective consciousness. Once we put them all together, we in business. The problem is sometimes people get all weird and they be like, you know, getting jealous and envious and weird, and that just messes up everything. It messes up the whole plan. You know, it really does. So if you, well, I feel like you're not like that. But when you come across those people, it's very disappointing because they messing up the flow. They messing up the flow. And they make it take longer to put the puzzle together to make it one so we can see the full picture. There's so much that we have access to on a spiritual plane, a mental plane, a physical plane. And if we just bring it all together, it's like so beautiful. And I just feel like you don't mind doing that though. Even though some of you don't even feel like you're psychic, you just feel like you're intuitive, you'll just call it empathic, but that's a level of being psychic. So embrace it and love it. Love everything about you. The sooner you love yourself like that, the sooner it's easier for you to just communicate, and it's easier for you to just not be afraid to be who you truly are. Even the quirky, weird things that some may say are weird, it's not weird, it's just you. It may be a little weird, okay? It may be a little eccentric, okay? But that's a good thing. We're not supposed to walk around like robots and everybody doing the same thing. That is not right. That's so boring. The world will be black and white without you. You bring color just by being you. Bring the color. Okay? We need vibrancy. Your energy is vibrant. Show it off. Show everybody. Okay? Hey, those who understand this, we want to see it. We want to see the beauty in you. Okay? Because we all got some. It's just a matter of realizing that. And the people that get annoyed have to just go sit down because they don't even understand the thing. But anyway, that is it for this message. And everything you do, do it with love. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're feeling a vibe, especially if this message does resonate with you and you are a psychic with powers, darling. And if you would like to book a reading or a healthy conversation, just visit www.milkhoneyRose.org to do so, okay? You can also join the membership here on YouTube. There's 2 different tiers, and that membership is just to support me, okay? And I thank you, and I appreciate you. I'm here for you, and it'd be nice if you be here for me too, okay? So, that is it for this message, and I'll see you in the next one.